get more used to that, but it also depends on your business. So yeah, I would say that that's my answer. It really, I think these things are starting to become industry custom and practice. I think they're starting to be implemented more, and I think it's, you can hop from one company to another. They're all going to have it. So, and you have to have it at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, and do you find, I don't know, maybe you don't have perspective on this, but what I've heard is that on fleets similar to yours, route vehicles, just used during the day, parked at night, that sort of thing, that those types of drivers are more accepting of the monitoring
100%.
equipment.
100%. Yep. Because even though, we find our drivers take care of their vehicles, care more about their job if we assign them the same vehicle every day. But we're a 7-day operation. They work 4 days a week. They're going to be sharing their vehicle. It's out of service because of an oil change. They're still going to come to work. They're going to get a different van. So we pool our vehicles. The drivers don't have to have the same ones, but they swap every once in a while. So they understand this is not their van. It's not their truck. It's the company's truck. So, 100%. That's why I said from a commercial fleet standpoint, when you're able to say, okay, we're going to put in telematics and we're going to talk to drivers about their harsh braking history. And we're going to see this reduction in rates. Okay, now we're going to put a camera system in, and we're going to see what that does. Okay, now we're going to put in, this system, and we're going to take these steps. And I think, commercial fleets that have been around for 5, 10, 15 years, they really understand what they need to do from a fleet perspective. They're getting the largest bang for their buck from, reduced collisions and being able to understand what's happening with driver data. And like I said, the driver safety data correlates to their operational data. Understanding a driver that's poorly driving, it doesn't just affect their collisions. It's going to affect their delivery package success, the happiness, the customer experience, everything else.
Yeah, good. Okay, I'm almost out of time. Let me, I hear Samsara from several folks. You're one of the few people I've come across who was aware of Mobileye. So can you do this for me? Kind of, what's Samsara got that Mobileye doesn't, and what does Mobileye have that Samsara does?
I have not. I have not done that level of research.
Okay,
but,
all right. Not a fair question.
Yeah. So not really. So the thing is that I just know, off the top of my head. The thing is when I think of Mobileye, I think of the camera that sits up on your windshield and it's able to, read the lane lines and it's able to assist you with a lot of that other stuff. When I think of, Samsara, much like when I think of GPS Insights or Verizon Connect or Geotab, I think of a telematics device underneath the dash. I understand that, as much like leasing companies became fleet management companies, telematics companies are going to get into everything. Mobileye is going to get into telematics and everything else. Telematics means everything, but I really think of the OBD2 port type of thing. So I think it really just depends on. I think everyone's going to build in everything else. It's just what I was looking at as the base, thing we were compared with. And like I said, I think when a lot of people are just looking at telematics. I have a lot of friends who are fleet managers for pharmaceutical fleets and sales fleets. They can't really consider installing any sort of telematics that isn't a deviceless solution or that doesn't partner completely with their OEM. It's just very, very hard to deal with. If you're talking commercial fleet, you have a lot more ideas. But yeah, when I think a camera, I think Drive Cam, I think Smart Drive, and I think Mobileye. Yeah, but I really think of Mobileye as like a next tier type solution that I wouldn't install first in my vehicles that don't have any sort of telematics in it or GPS tracking, period.
And just so I don't make an assumption, you wouldn't install it first because
I don't know. I think it does a lot. Fleet companies need to manage all of this data that's coming. You get data overload. You need to know what your KPIs are. You need to know what you're looking for and what you can manage. I'm all for just throw a bunch of data at me and I'll see what sticks. But especially the larger the company you are and the larger the data you have, it's really hard to act on. Like I said, we really had this thing, installed someplace in October, and we're still figuring out, exactly what we want right now. If I, was to install Mobileye, or even just let's say DriveCam. If I was to install DriveCam right off the bat with the telematics solution,